to go over and have questions about? Number one. That's gonna be it. So in number one, we're trying to get k by itself, so we would divide both sides by negative 26. Go get a calculator. Negative.
Just 28.
They said that also.
No, it didn't.
Alright, so k equals 28. Make sure you have your k equals. Don't just put 28. For number 4, it is a ratio or a proportion. So you have to cross multiply. Whether you put that negative with the 9 or the 12, it doesn't matter. You will, yes, I'm just writing each step. So not multiply across, but diagonally multiplying.
Stop stealing my pens.
Hey, guys, focus. We have negative 9n minus 36 equals 12n plus 72. Yeah. Then we can move terms from one side to the other. You add 9. Sure. Make sure you're adding it with the n and then subtract 72. We have subtract that, negative 36 minus 72. 108.
Yeah.
Okay. And then divide both sides by 21. What is n? It might be 5, negative 5. Calculator's not rare.
What are you grilling?
Say again.
What are you grilling?
Whatever. Chicken, shrimp, sausage.
What's on the
You're about to put a class. I'm going to touch on
Questions on that one? Okay. And then number 5, you have to distribute the negative. So negative 4n minus n, focus, minus 5 equals 16 plus 2n. Combine like terms, subtract these. And then pick what you want to move. You add. Sure. The 5n or the 5n. And then we would subtract 16 at the same time. Divide both sides by 7. And it is negative 3. There's a lot of people talking right now when there should not be. A beer phone away. Louise phone away. Do we have any questions on that?
1 second.
Jacob doesn't understand.
I'm so confused.
On which part?
Oh.
We
Is
distributed.
that like beneath the? Where's the equal sign on the block?
The board stopped letting me in.
We missed. What's the last? This is so easy.
I can email Mr. Watts.
No, you added it. I want to see some class. It might make me do better.
Alright, look at the bottom section is 9.4. Which of those do we want to see do go over and have questions about?
Yeah. I'll give you
So I say we're doing an or, let's do and 5 or 7. Who wants to either of those?
6.
7. We can do 7. We're going to do 7 and 8. Great. 4, 7. Guys, please stop talking. Subtract 3 from the middle to everything. Angela, please stop talking.
Wait, wouldn't it be plus 3?
No, because it's already positive. So we're doing the opposite. We have negative 6 is less or equal to negative 6b, which is less than 36.
Which was this?
Number 7. My board glitched
I don't have the 7.
on the front page.
The crap. Oh.
Okay. Then divide everything by negative 6. And all your signs are going to change directions. So if 1 is greater than or equal to b, which is greater than negative 6. But we can't leave it like this. We always need less than or equal to. So we're going to take this whole thing and flip it. Oh. In math, you just don't see it like this. You see it like this. So then that would be our final answer, and then we could graph it. So at negative 6, that would be an open circle. At 1, it would be a closed circle. And because this is condensed, you're just going to draw a line in between.
So if it's like greater to or equal to the other.
If it's equal to, it's closed. If it's not equal to, it's open. Other questions on that? Okay, let's do 8. The thing is still loading, so I'll just rewrite it. You don't need to write this. With this, you guys are going to solve both of these separately. So on this side, we can subtract 2b and add 5. For the other one, do the same thing, except I'm going to subtract 2b over and add 1. Guys, you need to focus. So you could leave this like this, but you do need to put an or in between. If you want to change the order of this one, you can do that also. You just take this whole thing and flip it. So those are the same things. And then when you graph it, they're going to face away from each other. Wasn't it negative 4? Yeah, it was. So at negative 4, that would be open going to the left. At 7, it would be closed going to the right. Do you have any questions there? on to the next page. So this is all 9.3. Do we have any questions on this page? Ivan.
3.
We'll just write for right now.
Any others?
One to the paper on your screen.
I don't know. Smartboard has been acting up.
What that means?
6.
No quiz.
It's not what that means.
I think it does. No quiz. Take those off to something.
I could stop reviewing and give you the quiz.
You know, Jacob recently became fluent in Spanish.
Most people.
What is he?
Okay. For number 3 and 4, you're writing an equation that is perpendicular to what's given. So that's based on the slopes. For number 3, you have to know that this slope is undefined. The opposite of that would be 0.
If it's y equals 6.
And then in short, you put y equals 6. It could be y equals any number. For number 4, we're given our slope, so we're just going to take that and flip it and make it positive, and then change the y-intercept. What would that be?
Y equals 5 into this.
Make sure you have x and then plus. For the perpendicular, the y can be the same, the y-intercept can be the same, but for parallel, it has to be different.
Wait, is it still negative?
The slope. The slope has to change. Hayden from the y. For 5 through 8, you're using your point slope. Which is somewhere on the back wall. And I said 6. We said 6. So parallel, we're going to use the same slope, the 1/5. And these are going to be our y1. Oh, wait. This will be our x1 and y1 points. So put each of those in. So this will be y minus -2 equals our slope 1/5 times x minus -5. Change these to pluses before you do anything else. Then we can distribute the 1/5. You could multiply the 1/5 and 5 in your calculator. And the last thing to do would be get rid of 2. Subtract. And this would be the equation that's parallel to the original that goes through that one. Questions on that one or other questions on this page? Go on to the next one. So that was 9.2.
It's literally not. Could you let me know?
Sure. You guys will have to look at your graph because mine's not popping up, but so for number 9 on that same page, the parallel and perpendicular, find the original first. What would that slope be?
1, 2 over 1.
2 over 1, so y equals just 2x, and then the y-intercept?
Negative 4.
-4, so that's the original. Then we're finding something that's parallel and something that's perpendicular. Parallel, it has to have the same slope, so it's going to start off the same, but the y-intercept is going to be different. What would that equation be?
-5.
Sure, plus 5 works. Perpendicular, switch the slope, keep or change the y-intercept. So make it negative. Y equals -1/2 x. What did you say? For the y-intercept. If it is so we can put -1. Alright, questions on your x and y intercepts? If not, look at the back of x and y intercepts. Melanie, following? Any questions that we want to go over for x and y intercepts? So that's on the front.
Historical model.
Yes.
She's hot.
So this is on the front of the x and y intercepts. To find your x and y intercepts in this format, you're going to put 0 in for x or for y, but not at the same time. So if I put 0 in for x, we're looking for the y-intercept. This would become 0. We could just divide both of these by -3. Y is -10, and you would write that as an ordered pair. 0, -10.
X equals 6.
X would be 6.
That's 2.
2.
I should good, but
Go on to the factoring if we have no other x and y intercept questions.
What did I miss?
You did 27.
Can we do it again?
No, here.
Put-
Good luck this time. Well,
Do we have factoring questions? Let's start with this 9.5.
she's fucking just say your personality.
You guys have the same one.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, I think your stomach right here. Right here.
Many of us did not do well the first time around on this, so we should all be paying attention
Wait, where's 13?
on the factoring. So, because this is in the A=1 section, this most likely has a GCF. It's going to be whatever this first number is. If I divide each of these by 3, what's left? Then, once you have this, nothing in front of the x squared, that's your true to life A=1. You're looking for two numbers that multiply to be 36
6 and 6.
and add to be 12. 6 and 6 would work. So you'll have two factors, x plus 6 and x plus 6. Other questions in 9.5? Questions in 9.6? In 9.6, because this is our A is greater than 1, look for a GCF first. This one doesn't have one. Then multiply 3 and 4. Find two numbers that multiply to be 12 that would add or subtract to be negative 8.
What problem are we on?
19.
It's nothing. 6 and 2.
Yes. And they would both have to be negative.
No,
On the page before that.
I just did that.
So negative 6, negative 2. Rewrite this into 4 terms.
Why do you put negative 6 and negative 2?
Because that's the only way it would add or subtract to be negative 8. And if we multiply them together, we still get positive 12. Split that down the middle. Find the GCF of the first two. What do those have in common?
3.
3, B. If I divide that out, what's left?
2.
B plus 1 minus 2. And then what could I divide out of these last two?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. Leaving B minus 2. And then you write your outside pieces together. And the inside you just bring down one of those. Do that first. It doesn't matter. You can do it first or you can do it at the end. If you see bigger numbers, you probably
It doesn't matter what order, so the 3b minus 2.
you can put this first or
Or like, could it be negative 2?
Oh my god, my eggs.
that part doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So you have to I think I have a sibling. I don't have this one. Okay. Other questions, general questions before you guys go on?
How many questions is the quiz?
Like 3 per objective. 6.
Do the math.
I just fucking did. That's it.
How much is it?